Hello, hello, hello. So, a bit of a impromptu tonight. I was two minds whether or not to stream. So, I've had a slight falling out with STO this week. So, this is probably the longest I've actually been in game for the last few days. So, tonight's stream, we are going to play with the Liberated Borg Juggernaut on a theme build. So I was fortunate enough a couple of weeks back, maybe slightly longer actually, one dropped from the Borg boxes, and then on Thursday I was in the Mutara Alliance stream and I won another one. So this is what we're going to play with. And I remembered earlier on that I need to put DPRM on this. I say it's a theme build, so it's not going to be doing massive amounts of damage. Just for fun. Where is my DPRM? Therein lies the question. Where is it? Where did it go? Ah, there it is. Cool. Right, we'll beam up and we'll have a look at the build. It's comical. Standing there in an Enterprise uniform using a comm badge that isn't there to beam up. It'd be nice if they actually changed the beaming effects per uniform. You can go away. And we'll move this away from all the busy people. So, for those that haven't seen the ship before, this is where the Borg Vanity Shield gets its inspiration. You see all that conduit material there and the grey hull plating and a lovely Borg badge. So there's quite a big ship. It's a Juggernaut after all. She is in the pitch black since the wormhole decided to disappear. So, for the theme build itself, let's have a look. So, we have the assimilated plasma beams. I do need to re-engineer most of these, and I'll need to go and get some salvage for that. I'll probably do that during the stream. I've decided to put the Omega plasma torpedo on it, and then put the kinetic cutting beam as well, and the console for the 3-piece. I also have the Omni assimilated plasma as well. So again, that was another very fortunate drop from the weapons packs out of the Borg boxes. Then I did decide to put on all the Borg equipment. So we've got the deflector, the impulse engines and the shields, and then put the Tholian Watt core on there. So I'm going to enable all the visuals on this. And we get it semi more Borgified. So there's the impulse engine there. We have the little bit on top of the warp nacelle there. And we get the rest of the green colouring as well. Then of course the deflector at the front there. Well, I see suspicion that might be Defiant. It's just popped in. See, I didn't even need to see the user to know it was Defiant as I turn up in a big ass assimilator. Yeah, well, at least mine. We are free of the collective. There we go. So, back to the build. Hello, Defiant. So, decided to put a couple of the Borg consoles on as well. So, got the cutting beam, there. We have the assimilator as well. And of course the AS module. Now left on the disruptive matrix there as well. So increasing the plasma damage a bit more hull gen. And it does some plasma damage as well. And disables a random subsystem there. And viral disruption. So all very nice. And then because I have the 3-piece on there for the shields and so forth, we also get the simulated tractor beam. So again, just adding to the immersion a bit. Yep, you can see that Borg deflector a bit better now that the wormholes decide to open back up. And as for the rest of it, it's just normal. With the Kobayashi Maru there, with the transponder, we have the red matter just to boost fleet power. DPRM, which I need to mind and move on my tree. Now we've got the woven one, we have Gemini, fleet power, the Bionero there just for the crit severity, plus the hull capacity there. The Alias console, and the one from the Guardian. So all that there, looking all lovely. As for the setup, just a standard fire at will build. Again, I'm doing that purely because I'm using the beam arrays and we don't have the assimilated plasma dual heavy cannons. So those are beam arrays or dual beam banks. I thought I'd go for the arrays. There, got Suppression Barrage 3 on. Didn't even entertain the idea of using anything from Miracle Worker because it's a poor specialisation at the moment until they actually revamp it. Then use your Uncon procs there, and engines and power to weapons, plus the unstable warp bubble again for the Uncon trigger. Don't have any T6 upgrades, so that'll have to remain at T6 at the moment. And then for trait wise, I've got intel handle on that. Just noticed I had that on there. 2 seconds. Just stick context on it. That's it, I'm going to take a lot of damage, so there's no point in that. Let's stick fireball on, because odds are I'm going to be. I'm matter of fact, I should put into the breach on. Then Star Trek trait wise, we have ETM, EWC, got Ruin, Universal Designs, and Turn Goodbye. Then the usual active space ones as well. So that's the theme build. I'm sure I actually save that loadout whilst I remember. Once Tribble comes back up, I will be doing a video with the shields on this one. Purely because I want to claim it on a KDF character as well to get the different visuals from the Discovery and the Kelvin ones. And I don't want to use the other pack of this ship on a Klingon character that I rarely fly. You know, it's the same with the promo box and the Infinity box that I've got sitting. Once Tribble's back up and running, that we can copy tunes over, we'll be doing a lot more videos. Yeah, so I have already done the mastery on this ship because I was doing some salvage earlier on. And so I've got a rough idea how it'll handle and what we can do with it. So there'll be no elite content tonight, especially on a theme build. once I X2 this, I'll put a proper build on it. Probably look at doing just a CSV build, I think. And if I pick up the Gorn Hunter from the Infinity Box, I'm still not 100% sure what ship I'm going to get. It's a toss up between the Gorn Hunter and the Friendship at the moment. If I get the Gorn Hunter, then I'll put a proper plasma build on this. Proper shields and all the other toys. But as the name of the stream says, it's a team build. So we can go and theme with it. Yeah, first off, I want to get some more salvage, so I'm just going to do a quick rescue and search and see how it handles in that. Not my usual mug tonight for streaming. As I say, it was a bit of an impromptu one and I've not cleaned it yet. So, let's see what this does against the Dingons. No, no money. I cannot remember which one's the big plasma bolt. I think it's that one. Yeah, that's a plasma one. So fire that off with the first wave that comes in a little while. There's quite a nice effect on it, I have to say. This does not turn as quickly as others do, but I like that shield effect that you get from the Borg shield. Nice green energy lattice there, looks very nice. It's all about the immersion. Yeah. Just fire through this as quick as possible, and then we'll get on to some more advanced content. The other reason for not doing random elites is I do not want to get stuck with Corvez tonight. And I might do a little bit of gambling later on. As well, I've got some EC sitting, so I might buy some keys and see if we get anything. Won't be a ship, purely because I'm nowhere near the pity point yet. There's that plasma disintegrator, so that's the Juggernaut array basically. Hate these guys. It would be nice if either they gave us a bunch of TFOs that have specific enemies. So if you're doing the endeavours, for example, you can just hit them all from the patrol menu. Or ones like this, where randoms. More random enemies in it, which means we don't have to keep suffering the Dingons all the time. Their viral impulse bursts and so forth. probably plasma. You can see even servers being their usual helpful selves there, because that was not going as smooth as it should have done on launch. So, I wonder when Spencer's calendar is going to be out for pre-order. 12 monthly mankinis. What more could we ask for? And before anybody asks, I don't know what the big announcement is. I have an idea, but I don't know what it is, so I'll find out the same as everybody else. This is where we need a take-all function. Now maybe sitting here for the next couple of minutes, just hitting the F key quite a lot. And probably saying the F word quite a lot as well. Just also waiting. We know that the Tholian event starts on Tuesday. So, yeah, that's one I'll be skipping. Well, I say skipping, I'll be buying it out on Tuesday and then coming back in a month. Because I've done those TFOs in that event far too many times over the years. That it is soul destroying because they're time gated, especially. If it was a case of Azure, you could just go in as soon as you've rescued the ships, the second wave kicks in, you rescue the rest of the ships, job done. You know, you can be out there in a couple of minutes. But with the time gate, it's frustrating. And then same with Vault and Snared. If we could just have a set number of enemies coming in to do the web around the station, and as soon as you've taken them out, you just jump straight to the nebula and away you go. That would be a lot more enjoyable. There we go. So yeah, so it'll be a bit of a quieter month for me on STO. Salvage done. Oh, right. Well, hey, still got stuff that's finally selling on the exchange. It's been a bit slow of late. Let's wait for this green blinking icon to go away because it annoys me. Oh, right. Let's re-engineer some of these obsolete. I wish they would remove accuracy from this list. God's sake, go away. There we go. I'm done. Engineer that actually. No, to one row it. Yeah, close enough. Right. On to DS9. Sell the other stuff And we'll grab some keys. We'll open up some Infinity. I like the engine trails in that though. It's like somebody combing a beach. Yes, this joy. Now, see, even if they added in the ground one, I would perhaps indulge in it a bit more, but yeah, the space TFOs are a no-no for me. I really hope Deca introduces different events with different TFOs. It would be nice to get the Borg ones back. I can imagine how easy it would be to run a infected normal solo for 21 days. That'd be nice. As long as we don't do like they did with the Feast one, where they block out the only two Gamma ones in the game that you can't get the pieces from. Right. Let's get some keys. I've got enough for 25. Right. And I need to change my bridge as well, whilst I remember. Ooh. I think I'll put the cooperative one on, I think, because it looks different. Where's the Soban bridge? The wee search function wouldn't go amiss on this either. Play a bit with that later. See if I can make it look kindly fancy. Right, to the bridge. I was watching the Mutara stream on Twitch earlier, and they do giveaways every stream. It doesn't matter if you're a member of the Alliance or not. So Thursday I got contexts for Kings and the Liberated Borg Juggernaut in the giveaways. It was 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, it was 10 keys. And tonight I got the Boymore effect. So they do a stream on a Thursday and a Sunday, and they are linked in the video description below. If they get another 14 followers, I think it is, I'll be giving away 200 keys, along with an assortment of other prizes. So it's normally keys and traits and modules and so forth, so they're very generous, that has to be said. Right. Oh, I need another 3 lockboxes. And one thing normally stacks up my inventory, and I don't have enough of them. Saying that, it's been one of those days today. I went to do the Omega Torpedo because for some weird bizarre reason I didn't actually have it on this character, and I didn't have enough Omega marks. Of all the things not to have enough of when you're doing a Borg theme build. Right, let's see what we get. Right. space traits. We want boxes of space traits. Oh, weapons pack. I think the phrase shafted springs to mind so far. Pistachios. I don't know what scarabs up to. Yeah. A weapon pack. And crappy kits. Yeah, so that's a well and truly shafted moment. Where's that deal there? Right. Let's tidy some of this up. Definitely don't think I've got enough of the VIP mining claims at the moment. I'm sure the kits are worth nothing. I just want to double check before I put them to the fleets. Yep. Where's the other one? That's not it. Yep, nothing. And oh yeah, I did see a Delta one kicking about. Yeah, I'll just put them in the fleet bank, I think. So anybody that's in the Breakfast Club that wants them is more than welcome to them. Right. See what else we've got here that we can try and turn something back off of them. So I wonder why I've got so many doffs for sale. I wonder why that could be. I'll stick them in the fleet bank or not. No point in selling that, no point in selling that, because the prices will be too low at the moment. Right, rest I'll put in the bank just now out of the way. Go in the fleet bank. You know, it's a shame we can't just sell the weapon packs and the trait packs. It'd be so much easier on the exchange. That reminds me, I want to check how much that's going for. Quick look whilst I remember. See, I've not been in game that much for the last few days, so that's not going for much just now. Let's see what that breeding ship's going for, because great, 3 idiots have came in. So I checked this, I think it was last weekend, we were sitting near enough 900 million on this. But then we've got the bright sparks coming in at 690 million. And we're almost up to the billion for it. But folk are desperate to sell it, so they tank the market. Hey, Blaine. Yeah. Gotta love the undercutting. I've heard every excuse in the book. I do it to help out new players. No, you do it to get AC quickly and tank the market. I didn't know what it was worth. Well, you look at the exchange and see what it's selling for. Then, yeah. I'm not actually from Glasgow, funnily enough. And I do have a bit of a Glasgow accent because my mum's from Glasgow and I work in Glasgow. But I'm from West Lothian. So, just outside a place called Bathgate. So, you can find it on Google Maps. So, that was the birth of two cities. My dad's from Edinburgh, mum was from Glasgow. I was born in the middle. I used to be in Dumbarton all the time. My last job, I was a engineer working in substations, so I was all over the country. I was at Dumbarton more often than I care to admit. That was a disappointing gambling sorted, unfortunately, people. So, I get back to the fun stuff. Right. Let's do some TFOs. That's it. I'm doing random because this ship is purely a theme build. I've not been up that neck of the woods for ages. The last time I was up that way, I was at the big hydro station. Just outside Inverness. For the life of me, I cannot remember the name of it, but I was up and down in one day, so it was a 3-hour drive up and a 3-hour drive back, plus an 8-hour shift. So, I do like it up there, especially in the winter. Obviously hey, there's a Borg TFO, who would have thought it? I do love being up in the Highlands during the winter. Roads aren't the best sometimes, but certainly the views with the snow is superb. I was actually quite fortunate. The only thing I didn't have at the time was cruise control in the truck I was in. I had a long wheelbase Shogun automatic. So it was easy from that perspective, but not having cruise control was a bit of a pain. The company was too cheap to put it in. I probably should actually put the combat log on. I'll get Oscar open up as well. So it was the company decided not to include it in the spec. They actually had Mitsubishi remove it. Which was a joy and a pleasure. But it was a fun vehicle to drive. It had a lot of power in it. I think it was a 3.2 litre that was in it. And so it got something like 18 mile to the gallon. Oh, come on, turn! Turn! I'm too used to flying little escorts, I think. That's the problem. Not flown a Juggernaut for a while. I really hope that. Yeah, it's actually a very funny story actually whilst we're doing this. Our mileage capture company phoned me during COVID, and I had personal use of the vehicle as well, so we had to declare our personal mileage for tax reasons. And they phoned me up and said, we've noticed that you haven't been doing very many personal miles. And I'm like, yeah, we're in the middle of a lockdown. Maybe you've heard of it. And they went, oh, that would explain it then. I went, yeah. And they said, oh, whilst we've got you, we've noticed that your miles per gallon's a bit terrible. I went, no, what do you mean? And they said, well, according to the manufacturer, you should be getting 35 to 40 miles per gallon. I went, seriously? It's a 3.2 litre, 3-ton tank that's loaded up with engineer equipment, and you think I'm going to get 35 to 40 miles to the gallon out of it? Nothing like being optimistic. So yeah, it was fun trying to explain that to folk. I suppose all they will do is just look at the vehicle on the manufacturer's website and take their word as gospel. Now, don't get me wrong, I got it up to 30 mile to the gallon once. I was stuck on the M8 for 2 hours. I was driving at 15 miles an hour, and that did get my miles per gallon up to 31.3. So yeah. But the Shogun was unstoppable, though, I have to say. No matter where I had to go, it got me there. So I was quite chuffed. Oh, that's me. Boy mod just came in. Fantastic. That'll be nice of them. And I'll put that in the bank just now, because that'll go on to one of my other tunes. Wasn't expecting it to come in that quick, to be honest. Normally the guys are quite busy and it's normally the following day. Right. So hope somebody's keeping a tally of the number of TFOs. You know, there's a set amount and then it's end of stream. Oh, thanks, Blaine. Appreciate that, mate. Really do. Hopefully we'll get Mutara up to their goal as well, and get some more keys sent out to us. Now I'm going to do a wee update video for the channel this week. So we are getting close to the first stage, thankfully. So hopefully another few weeks and that'll be the first milestone out the way. It's just on to the big one, hitting the 1,000, hitting the 4,000 watch hours, and then the sky's the limit after that. And as long as Deca behave themselves, and then the proceeds from the channel go into STO. Let's make it authentic. Right, yeah, the old phase pistol on a belt. As usual though, art team did a fantastic job with the wallpaper. I think you can also download that, I think. Oh God, sworn. I had to do this one since the feast. Yeah, so I say the art team are really talented in this game. It's a shame that systems guys fall a little bit behind, but hey ho. We can all hope that they get up to speed. Yep, Defiance in this one, by the looks of it. Defiant, not you in an XL2. Yes. I was commenting on that earlier on, funnily enough, that it would be nice if they could do it era specific with the uniforms. So, yeah, you get your TOS uniform, you get the old flip of the communicator, same with the Enterprise, and then after that, your normal tap the chest and away you go. So, if I was to put the uniform on my temporal recruit, my TOS one, it would be a bit more appropriate. Wrong communicator, but still fits the theme a little bit better. I say it would be nice if they could work out how to do that, tie it to the uniforms. And then anything that's, your generic ones, like your I'm just trying to think of some. It's like your Orion uniforms, or what's the one that Seven's in? Renegades. Those kind of uniforms would just be a generic effect. And if it could also tie in the transporter effect to it as well, then that would be a nice upgrade. Rangers, thank you. So yeah, if they could do the uniform tied to a specific animation for beaming out with the appropriate transporter effect, that would be a really nice quality of game update. Oh, still got a Garrett flying about. What else we got? Got 2 XL2s and an Arbiter. I think it's probably under Cryptic. They weren't open, shall we say, to a lot of the feedback, and that was probably down to a few factors. Deca seemed quite open in the beginning. They were very responsive on social media. Quite happy to listen, and they've been a bit radio silent of late, unfortunately, which has caused a bit of frustration again. Hopefully things will improve. But yeah, they would take the feedback on board. There's a lot of things that they need to do before they start messing about with the game mechanics, I suppose. Get the bugs fixed for a start. Get the servers fixed as well. That would be really nice. I'm hoping they'll upgrade. That's an Avenger. Either the clusters that's in the server itself, or maybe bring some over here. Unfortunately, they do mess about with the cosmetics. We've seen that with the Dauntless remaster a few weeks ago. And then the fix to fix that, when we've got the server lag, which customer services stay has had numerous reports, but it's my ISP was a peach. teaching them how a network actually runs. It was quite fun. But yeah, so if they were to buy servers in the EU, for example, and just load balance them between here and the States, I think that would help dramatically. That's one option. I say the other option is actually just to upgrade the hardware, because I don't know if it has actually been upgraded in the last 15 years. Yeah. So I say the game still works at the moment. It just needs a lot of time and money, I think, put into it to get it to a more playable level for the high-end stuff. For normal players that don't chase DPS, they don't do coordinated runs and so forth on ISE, the game's fine. And unfortunately, the folk that tend to do the DPS runs are the ones that tend to spend the money. So, if they're not playing, they're not buying. I don't think so, no. I think now's a fine time to jump back in, for a couple of reasons. The third event of the 6-event campaign is starting up on Tuesday on PC, so there's still enough events left to get the reward, and I'll bring that up once I park up somewhere and let this ship take care of everything itself. Let that part there for a second, and it can take care of everything. So, the first contact one. So, like last year, you get all 3 rewards, so you're getting your choice of a promotional or lockbox ship. I'm always advised to go for the promotional one, as they're harder to get. Getting 2 T6 coupons, so you can buy any ship in the Zen store that's over 2 years old with them. And you get 1500 Lobby, so if you wanted to, during the Lobby sale, you would be able to pick up 2 ships from the Lobby store. So it's 4200 that you need to get. You get about 1100 per event if you play every day for the full duration of the event. So we've still got another 4 left, and you get all those rewards at the end of it, plus whatever they do as the event rewards. So the event rewards so far haven't been fantastic, with the exception of the 15th anniversary event. That was a Garrett. That was a damn good ship. But certainly the first contact one is poor performance-wise, unfortunately. The Tholian one, it's a ground weapon. We'll need to wait and see the stats on that one and see how it performs. Summer event will be coming up soon as well. That should be starting, I think, June. So that's normally a ship. There's that nice shield effect again. I really do like that. So yeah, so a lot of good things coming up. Then also the winter event at the end of the year, that's normally another ship, I think. Or some decent weapons. So yeah, There's still a lot of good things coming up this year, and then there'll also be another Zen Store bundle dropping as well, probably in the next 2 months. Be interesting to see what they do for that. So yeah, so it's not a bad time to come back. Yeah, it's, I say, if you're just doing the story missions and the content that's there, yeah, it's straightforward enough to do. Don't need anything too fancy. Yeah. Well, certainly, I've got a few links in the video description there. Yeah, there's MC Stu, there's Nick NB, there's Casual Sab. These guys, they're fantastic bunch of guys. As I say on most of the end of my videos, funnily enough, not that I'm sucking up to them in any way, shape or form. But they've got a lot of build videos, beginner videos as well. I'm working on a beginner series just now. Myself, I was hoping that the Delta Recruit was going to have started before now. But it's not started yet, so I've held off doing the video until then. But yeah, we do get quite a bit for free in the game just now as well, which is always good. Get my mega stockpile back up in case I need anything else for this team build. So quick look. Design me click on it. Can't remember even what we got for them. Quick look. Oh yeah, so we got the Merchantman freighter at the beginning of the year. Don't know why they've put all the ship ones in here. It's really annoying. Also, I can't remember what the Pavel one was. Oh, that's going to annoy me. STO wiki time. Pain. On 7. Oh yeah, that refractive crystalline shielding. That's one, and then as I say, we've still got 3 left, so 4 left for the year. And I say you jump in, you should be able to hit that 4200 comfortably by playing all 4 events from start to finish. And then it'll be interesting to see what the rest of them are, because what was it last year? Good Day to Die. That's not a bad event to do if we keep that one. The Flagship Celebration. Feast is the usual. Bug Hunt and Swarm. It'll be interesting to see if they do Demon Hunting this year. Or if they go for the Voth one. Yeah, so that link's in the description as well, Blaine. Right, is that 2 TFOs now? Lucky number 3. No worries, mate. Take it easy. If I can say that without choking myself. I'm not used to talking this much, that's the problem. I'm a boring odd sod during the day. I just sit in my little office space, speak to nobody. Unless somebody pings me for work, and I try and avoid them. What are we doing? Right. What fun enemies are we going to get this time? It does, yes. Cheers, Blind. Take it easy, mate. Divine, I think you're following me, pal. What are you doing this time? Ah, straight line. I have to say, so far the ship's not been too bad for a theme build. Doing advanced stuff, it's been okay. This is just by chance. Yeah. Heard that before. Oh, we've got heralds. Am I going to shoot myself in the ass with that plasma? Could have sworn that was what was going to happen there. I have to say, for a Juggernaut there, it did stop very quickly. Well, I might actually order the model of this ship, actually. I've got into the habit of trying to collect the Eagle Moss ones of the ships that I have. Now, it's a very expensive habit. And I just went on to Real Merch earlier on today. I got an email from them. And they were giving away one of the models that they can't sell very well. So it's one of the tugs from Picard. And also a set of 9 prints of the movie posters. So I thought, alright, I'll go and have a wee look. So I'd been after the Goddard, the Enterprise D shuttle, and they had that, and I thought, I fancy getting the Chimera as well, so I picked that one up today. I've been doing eBay quite a bit recently, and I got quite a lot of really nice ships. They're not too bad a price. And that, I got a Romulan Bird of Prey. I got the Surak class cruiser from Enterprise. Enterprise J. I got one of them. What else did I pick up? A Nabar. I can't actually remember what else I picked up, to be honest. I should concentrate on what I'm doing. Otherwise, I get accused of AFKing. Oh yeah, I got an Akira, Prometheus, Borg Sphere, and a shuttle set as well. I got the shuttle set with the shuttle pod from Enterprise in it because I really liked that. I think Real Merch was selling it for 65 and I picked it up off eBay for 20 quid, brand new in box. So I was most chuffed with that, to say the least. So my new shelving space is already filled up. Now, see, I got the Shrike through the other day as well from Fan Home, so that's in there. It's quite a nice model, but I don't know if I'll keep it. I might sell it. Same with Elios. And my Enterprise F is there, Pride in place, centered. So that was the main one I was after, was the big Odyssey class. They're doing a XL model of the Enterprise G. So basically the Titan A. So I'll be looking forward to getting that. And when that arrives, I might sell the little model. So that'll be, I think they're doing some ones for lower decks and they'll be getting sold, as I don't really have much of an interest in those ships. I'm really going to stop flying into them when I blow them up. And a bit selfish plugging here whilst I'm playing away. So, as I say, I picked up that offer off the Real Merch, and you'll see my affiliate link in there as well if you want to save yourself 5%. It's a one-time only code, unfortunately. Used to be reusable and used to give you 10% off, but they changed it. Much to everybody's dismay. So, but it's there if anybody wants to use it. And again, any proceeds from that go straight back into the game. Enables more gambling and more ships. And more ships is never a bad thing. Oh, look at those plasma torpedoes fire off nicely. I should remember to hit all my quickies as well, would be nice. That's what happens when I'm not actually done anything in game for a while. I keep forgetting. Alright, Marky, you can go away because you just annoy me. Can't remember what stream I was watching, but somebody went in and did all 4 as engineer, and somebody else did all 4 as science. Much to the disappointment of the streamer. Right, Defiant, I'm going to plank myself up here at Bravo, mate. No, should be able to handle what's coming in. in theory. Did a bow sentry, that was fun. Same with the jelly. Says he ends up getting his ass handed to him. Dare they advance on me? That's just not cricket. I should have put anchored on this one. Yeah. See? Keep an eye on that health strength. Got to remember, this is not the usual builds that I do. So it is not as durable. It certainly doesn't knock the enemies down as much. Damn it. It's because it's tied to the tractor beam. Take the tractor beam off of there. It'd be good if everything actually fired as well. It'd also be really awesome. So far, so good. Hey, simulated a herald ship. Awesome. It's good that that plasma just keeps tracking and the enemy gets destroyed before you fire off near it. Yeah, during the next Phoenix event, so I'll get this up to X2. Defiant, stop trying to steal all my kills, you. Couldn't help Gamma. Ah, see, I spotted you. Try to make myself look good here. During the Pavo event, I would come in with a jelly and fly around the first couple of waves. And then when it gets to this stage, I just come here at Bravo, park up, hit jelly mode. And I even did a video on it, funnily enough. And then just start hitting all my cookies. And it was very productive. I think it annoyed some of the others trying to AFK because one of them sat at Bravo the entire time, didn't move. Didn't even activate any of the satellites either, so I just parked in front of them. Then they realised about a minute left of the TFO that they had actually done any damage. So they very quickly ran about and tried to shoot some things so they didn't get an AFK penalty. That's not too bad though. 352k on a theme build on advanced. Can't argue with that. Try to keep a wee eye on Discord as well, see if there's anything exciting happening. Nope, nothing happening in Discord at all. Very quiet this evening. God. That's the only problem with doing that. That was you on Gamma, was it, mate? Yeah, I always keep a wee eye on the other stations. Especially during the Pavel one, I ended up having to jump about a bit. Coffers. Why has it got a limit on it? It needs to allow me to dump these. Because all I do is tie up my inventory space. Spire. Nope. Let's see what's happening in the Armada. If anybody's needing anything. Once you could contribute to their coffers, that would be so much better. I also wish I had coffers for all the rest of them as well, because that would be good. Yes, this is top quality entertainment here. Me trying to find spaces to dump stuff. Hey, found a spot. There we go. Cleared out one space if nothing else. I promise you that it's not performance enhancing drugs, I promise. What else? That's fine. Right. Do one, maybe two more. And that'll be a bit of a short stream, probably calling it in about 10-15 minutes. Because unfortunately, I have work tomorrow. Curse this swear word W. Yeah. I'm also waiting for the TFO to load up. What's coming up in the channel in the near future. So, channel update video should be out this week. Vanity Shield wise, not sure which one I might do this week. I do have my list. Very long list. Might do one of the miracle worker ones, you know, the Scott or the Tucker. Might do one of them. Whenever Tribble allows us to copy tunes over again, I can start doing all the promo ships and the lockbox ships. Oh, yeah, that just isn't funny or fair. Oh, matter of fact, actually, if I disable the visuals on this, I noticed something earlier on. I don't know if I'll do it with this material on it, but when I was in red alert, quite a lot of this lit up. So I'm curious to see if it does it again. Nope, not so far. As if all the Borg technology came to life in it. Yep, I might need to put the other material back on to see it. Oh, unskippable cutscenes, we don't like you. When this came up on the Endeavours, I think it was yesterday, or the day before, I just did the Battle Sentry and sat at the starbase. Deployed the drones, and away they went. And keep an eye on the outpost health. Now it starts to drop, I'll go up and give it a hand. This is not the ship to be doing this in. I always mean to put on the Harbinger torpedo when doing this, just to see if it actually damages the Doomsday device. Could you imagine the Borg assimilating one of them? That would be interesting. So it'd be nice to see one in Strange New Worlds, but I don't think it would fit in with the timeline. Somebody in a Somerville. Thought as much. They're doing a good job getting all those ships away from the warp cores, though. "7.5 minute time gate." Pick up the damn warp core. That's why it becomes understandable about folk wanting to just quit as soon as this pops. Okay, I think it dropped, I just don't know where. I don't have it. But I also don't see it. Definitely got one. Stuck in an asteroid, but I've definitely got one. Okay, that's the second one that I've tried to drop off. Jesus, outpost is dropping. We got up there and give them a hand. Shame this doesn't heal the outpost, but it was good. Remember, that used to bug out all the time. Have you lost the outpost? That made doing it so worthwhile. Yeah, they're on a Jupiter. That's ambitious. Patreon build as well, by the sounds of it. Somebody else has joined us. There's two of us here already. I don't think we need a third. I'm almost at 20k DPS. Woohoo! So what do you think Spencer's big announcement's going to be tomorrow? There's nobody wanting to say. Those weapons do sound nice. If I was to speculate, bearing in mind I have no inside information, I think either somebody is coming onto the stream on Tuesday from Deca, possibly community manager, or Spencer has been hired by Deca, or the outside chances he's giving up STO. So that's my 3 hypotheses of what the crack is. But I'll say we'll find out tomorrow. And depending on what time he releases the video. I really do hope it is the fact that Dick has actually been sensible and actually hired him, to be honest, because I think that would be a great thing for the game. I really do. I see he's got that much passion and knowledge in that. I think that would pretty much set a lot of fears in the game, I think. Well, interesting fact, if nobody was aware, that's actually Jimmy Doohan's son that's voicing Scotty. That clear out that slot from the starbase and then go down and protect that warp core. I was checking Discord in case I'm getting told to be quiet. I think I should be able to assimilate that ship. I really do. Come on, who's got the warp core? Got it, right. I'll turn round in about 30 light years and come back again. It's a shame this doesn't have the attract fire and everything on it. It'd be quite good. But interesting to do a tank build on this actually. Yeah, but we didn't get the warp core there in time. I don't think it'll just be that fresh, to be honest with you. I think we'd get a lot better, inroads to getting things fixed. Yes, the bundles would get better. I think also, a lot of the long-standing bugs would probably get the attention they deserve. So, that brutal TFO done. Again, it's a hard TFO, it's just that it's time consuming. So, rightio, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and it's time to wrap up, I think. I say it's almost bedtime for me. I get up for work in the morning. So I'll get that channel update video out this week, and then I might drop another Vanity Shield one. Not yet. As I say, I'm still not decided what I'm going to get. Waiting on Tribble. As soon as Tribble comes up, I'm going to be doing quite a bit on Tribble, and then I'll decide what ship I'll pick up. But at the moment, it's for the Infinity one, it's a toss-up between the Gorn and the Friendship. Promo one, I don't know. Part of me is thinking, there it is. That's the Infinity one, that's the promo one. Now, time my idea that Connie 2, just for some shenanigans, Sagan, Cheval wouldn't be such a bad choice, to be honest. I had a wee look at the specs, so that's not too bad a ship. So I've already got, I'm not interested in the Courage or the Jane May. I've got the legendary ones, so I'm not interested in Inquiry. I've got the La Sirena already. Got the experimental scout ship. I've got the fight deck carriers. Crossfield, I've got the Jug. Not a fan of the Herc one. I've already got the Temporal ones. So, I don't know. Not sure. I'll decide when the time comes. But anyway, on that bombshell, I shall end the stream. So thank you everybody that tuned in. I know it wasn't, well, any advance notice for it happening really. I'd say it was just a a spur of the moment thing for me. I thought I'm going to do the Liberated Borg Juggernaut theme build, and I thought that's content for a stream. Have some fun with that, and then we'll see how this week goes with Deck Up. See if we get any decent sales announced or something would be nice. But yeah, so I shall probably catch you all next week. I'll be on Spencer's stream and chat as usual on Tuesday and Saturday. So I shall catch you all when I catch you.